God's blessings to you from our parish family here at St. Simon of Cyrene, with our ministry sites at St. Agatha and St. Martin de Porres churches. I offer this reflection on the scriptures for this coming Sunday for your spiritual nourishment and encouragement. Before we begin, let's take a moment to recognize God's presence in each of us and to give thanks for all our blessings. My brothers and sisters, the scripture readings for this coming Sunday call us to rest, but not in the same way as they did last week. Both our first reading and the gospel present individuals in crisis. In the first reading, the battle-worn Elijah. In the gospel, the tempest-torn disciples of Jesus. Elijah has just embarrassed and killed the prophets of the false god Baal and really ticked off the queen, who is now pursuing him to kill him. Elijah is exhausted and despairing, wanting to just die. But God, through an angel, ministers to him, and then God leads him to a cave where he can rest and wait for God's instructions. The beauty of God's appearance to Elijah is that he doesn't come in any of the usual ways that you would expect. No big Cecil B. Demille production, but God's voice comes in a whisper on a gentle wind. In a similar way, in the gospel, Jesus and his disciples have had a long period of encounters with crowd after crowd. They are exhausted. So Jesus has them embark on what they hoped would be a relatively calm crossing of the Sea of Galilee. However, Jesus remains behind. A storm arises and the disciples panic. In the midst of their fear, they see what looks at first like a ghost, but in reality is Jesus walking to them on the water. Strangely, I think Peter asked Jesus to beckon him to step out on the water and walk to him. And Jesus does so, and Peter steps out, only after a few steps to lose concentration on Jesus and instead falter in the storm. Jesus saves him and then gets in the boat, and suddenly the storm ends. Brothers and sisters, as the reading from last week called us to slow down and allow ourselves to just be, to be in the presence of God, to feel God's support and care, and to listen what God may be asking us to do, and not necessarily what we think we should do. So this week's readings especially urge us, in the midst of the storms of life, the chaos, the trauma, the disappointment, and despair, to rest, to be comforted by God, and once comforted, listen to what God is calling us to do next. I learned early on in life to never make major life decisions amid crisis. We are never thinking straight in that crisis. We are looking desperately for solutions or just reacting to the moments. It's especially in these moments when we need to turn to God in prayer, in meditation, speaking through a friend or to a friend, a counselor, or advisor. Perhaps even in an encounter with a stranger, God will speak to us. God is always presenting God's self to us, especially when we are in the midst of those chaotic moments in life. As disciples of Jesus, we need to trust that God will get us through, that God will make a way out of no way. And as disciples of Jesus Christ, we need to be open to allowing God to use us to assist others in crisis. Not to always present solutions, but first to just listen, to be an instrument of God that helps calm the storm in them. Once they know they have a safe port in the storm with us and God, then they, with God, and maybe even through us, will find a way to move into calmer seas. On behalf of the Catholic Christian family here at St. Simon of Cyrene Parish, I want to invite you to join us this coming Sunday for one of our two Masses, 9 a.m. at St. Agatha or 11 a.m. at St. Martin de Porres. Both services led by our contemporary gospel choir. The services are live streamed and available for viewing afterward online. We welcome your participation in our community prayer of praise and thanksgiving. Please take the time to share this video with others. It's a great way for you to evangelize. Thank you for all the ways that you continue to allow the Lord work through you, with you, and in you. And in all things, my friends, be blessed.